I don't know if you guys realized, but there is a certain someone who is going viral right now on social media, and not for good reasons. Okay? Who is going viral right now for being an idiot? Well, none other than David Jaffe.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
David Jaffe is going viral right now. Okay. And you know what? There is such a level of irony here. It is honestly unbelievable. And the reason why I say that is because David Jaffe, the moral arbiter, David Jaffe, the one who gets angry when you make a trans joke, David Jaffe, the one who did not like McDuggins because he considered that to be an insult to trans people, even though McDuggins is a perfectly legal character that you were able to make in Dragon Age the Veilguard. And if they didn't want me to make it, well, BioWare shouldn't have allowed me to do it. David Jaffe, the one who would literally get his fucking panties in a twist if you even remotely make a fucking trans joke. And he would try to make you feel like shit and call you a horrible person and call you everything under the fucking sun. David Jaffe is going viral right now because this fucking genius decided to quote tweet somebody who is saying goodbye to his dad who just died. He said, "Dad, you bought me my first Xbox. If it wasn't for you, I would have never fallen in love with the game. Next week, I get to compete in the race to master Prestige for Black Ops 7. I brought 2 controllers so you could play along from up there." Very nice sentiment. Very nice sentiment. You know what David fucking Jaffe, the moral arbiter, said? "This is an Xbox." Bro! You can never, ever say anything about someone else's fucking like jokes ever again. You can never do that ever again. Sincerely. While I can admit that there is a slight comedy here, the simple truth is that there is a time and there is a place. You literally quoted the guy like his dad just got buried. There is a time and a place. And you're the guy who's going to play moral fucking arbiter? You're the guy who's going to get angry because people make fucking trans suicide jokes? You're the guy? Are you serious right now? This is why I don't take these fucking people seriously, bro. This is why. And then the crazy thing is that he's doubling down on it, obviously. You know, he's doubling down on it. And he said the following. He said, "Oh, shut the fuck up, you fucking babies. Keep in mind, this is the guy who rubs his nipples and pinches them in anger when somebody makes a trans joke. Keep that in mind, okay?" He says, "My parents are dead as well. It sucks. And even when they died, my dad died on Halloween. And you could bet we laughed about it. We tried to accept and grieve and mourn. And at the same time, we didn't become a bunch of overly seriously assholes." Says the guy, oh my God, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Says the guy who literally is an overly serious asshole. You only allow jokes if you deem them to be okay. But the moment somebody makes a joke about something that's a little bit too close to home for you, you want to get your fucking panties in a twist, and you want to pretend like you are the moral superiority. You want a moral over everybody. Fuck off with that shit, bro. Again, I'm an advocate for you should be allowed to joke about anything. I've said this since the beginning. I've literally said this since the beginning. You are the one that said that there are certain things you shouldn't joke about. So now I get to sit here and say, well, maybe you probably should have joked about this too soon. This might be a little bit too soon to joke about. You know what I'm saying? But these people, they're like, you know, if it's something that's close to them, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's not allowed. You can't do that. You moral, grandstanding, fucking pathetic loser. You can't do that. Oh, but I can make a joke that your father was just buried and I'm going to call his grave an Xbox. Like, oh my God, dude. Dude, who are you? Oh my God, bro. So he's going to gaslight people, obviously, because when David Jaffe gets caught being a retard, he will go on the utmost extreme to gaslight, double down, triple down. Very rarely would he apologize. He'll tell you he apologizes, but you very rarely ever hear it. Right? And then, again, it's like he's the person who said the things he said about Vera Dark. He's the person who made this joke, but he is also the person that will shit on you if you make a joke about trans people. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when I said he was going to be the retard of the day, this is why. Okay, I don't care, bro. A joke's a joke. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. The joke is not the thing that I have the problem with. Some people are going to have a problem with it. Actually, a lot of people have a problem with it. And that's okay. You know who David Jaffe is? David Jaffe is the one who came after me and Ryan Roger Athe for Ryan's joke about the Spear Chucker Studio nonsense. He tried to moral superiority on us for that joke. And then he's over here calling someone's grave an Xbox. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be kidding me, bro. There ain't no way. There is no way that this is you right now. I refuse. I refuse. But this is what it is, bro. And it's because, listen, it's all about perception of virtue. It's not about actually being virtuous, okay? So they're out here trying to have the perception of virtue. They want to convince everybody that they are indeed virtuous. But the truth is that they're not. They're just as dirty as everyone else. But they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. They want to convince everybody that they would never be like the chuds. They will never be down and dirty like the rest of us silly YouTubers, right? They don't want to admit that. But the truth is that they are. And every once in a while, it fucking slips and the mask comes off. So congratulations, David Jaffe. You're a chud just like the rest of us. Embrace it. Embrace it. You did a dark joke. We also did a dark joke. The fuck? Yours is actually worse, in my opinion. Because at least with Ryan calling it that kind of a studio, I know you never played the game, you jackass. But I don't know if you're aware, but in Tales of Kazera Zal, because I actually beat the game, half of the abilities that the fucking character has is throwing spears. Oh my God, these people are so frustrating. This is why I don't bother with them anymore. I legit didn't even know about this until I was looking through Insider Gaming and checking out the stories for the day. And I happened to see this story. And I was like, there's no fucking way. Because at first, they don't even mention David Jaffe's name. That's how little they even want to mention. Like, they don't want to mention his name. This is an Xbox God of War creator's graveyard joke draws criticism. They don't want to mention his name because he's one of them. That's the hilarious thing. So when I click this article, I'm like, wait a second. Is this who I think it is? There's no way. And then come to find out, I checked Twitter. I realize it's a thing. And I'm like, oh, shit. So he's getting roasted on Twitter right now. He's getting absolutely decimated on Twitter. It is not even funny. I wouldn't be surprised if he deletes it, to be honest with you. I would not be surprised. I haven't checked his page in a long time. Let's see. Let's go check his page. We're already on the topic right now. Let's have some fun. What's this? Sherma the Saturated. Bruh, there is a time for console warring, but for the love of Christ, read the room. Is this regarding his oh yeah. Oh yeah. 200, almost 300,000 views. 532 comments. Oh yeah. That's crazy. It sucks that the default assumption is I am console warring. I am 54 years old. The fuck do I care about console wars? Are you serious? Also, both my parents are dead. And I was making a dumb but fun joke because A, I thought it was funny. And B, I think laughing when faced with sadness is a pretty good medicine. Bro, we literally said the same exact thing when we will make our jokes. By the way, we make fun of everything. All right, we literally make fun of everything on SNH. This is what I tried to tell people during the whole Speargate nonsense. I was like, we make fun of everything. You guys think we're only making fun of black people? No, we make fun of white people. We make fun of Spanish people. We make fun of Asians. We make fun of everybody. People like this told me that that is not allowed. People like this told me that I was a bad person for making jokes like that, even though I didn't even make the fucking spear joke. But I stood by Ryan's right to say it. Same thing that I'm going to stand by David Jaffe's right to say it. But my guy, like, nobody cares if your parents died. You're using your parents' death as a gaslight to fucking deflect from the criticism that you're getting right now. Like, what? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, man? This is rules for thee, but not for me now. Yeah, screenshot this. Always remember this moment. Oh, I'm never going to forget it. I am never going to forget this moment because this is pure hypocrisy. This is pure hypocrisy. I'm sorry. Again, I have no problem with the joke. I have zero problem with the joke. Other people will, and that's okay. They have every right to have a problem with it. I have no problems with it. I have a problem with your hypocrisy. I have a problem with the hypocrisy around joking about stuff like this. Because now when someone makes a trans joke, I don't want to see you get your panties in a twist. I don't want to see you lose your mind when someone makes a 41% joke. I don't want to see it. Don't bring it this way. Don't bring it this way. Don't give me that energy. I'm going to laugh you out the fucking room. It's fucking insane, bro. Look at this. And before you come at me, losing both parents suck. Both my mom and dad are dead, and I miss them all the time, but I can still laugh about shit that they would have as well. But that's you, bro. That's you. That's your parents. That's your family. You're quote tweeting somebody else in a sentiment moment, literally on the day of his death, his burial, November 5th. November 5th. And then you did it on November 5th. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. That's it. That's it. David Jaffe, you opened up the fucking can of worms. You have given everybody the ability to make any joke that they possibly want to you. Any joke they possibly want with zero remorse whatsoever. And you are never, ever allowed to ever complain or cry about it ever again. If somebody wants to make a joke about trans people in your area, in your vicinity, they have every right to do it. And you need to laugh at it as a dumb joke and never, ever morally superiority complex bullshit over anybody ever again. You've given it all up. That's it. That's it. It's done. It is fucking done. Jesus Christ, man. These people, bro, you gotta be kidding me.